Hello guys, welcome to In 5 Minutes. In this 5 minutes, we will see asynchronous counter. Now what asynchronous counter is, it is also called as ripple counter, serial counter or up counter. It is called as ripple counter because there is a ripple in the states, as you will see in this session that the beats are changing from clock cycle to clock cycle. That's why it is called as ripple. Also it is called as serial because the states are serially moved from 0, 1, 2, and is also called as up counter because it will count the states upwards. Okay, that's why it is called as up counter. So there are different names for the asynchronous counter. So let us start with the asynchronous counter. The very first part, number of states given to you, that will be equal to 2 raised to m, and where m stands for the number of flip-flops required to design the asynchronous counter. Let us say in this case n is equal to 8, so therefore if you calculate m is equal to 3, therefore 3 flip-flops will be required. So if 3 flip-flop is required and number of states are 8, let me assign the states as 0 to 7. So here you can say clearly that there are 8 states starting from 0 to 7. So since it is a serial counter, how the counter will move? The counter will move from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, all the way to 7, and from 7 number of states are over, that is 8, so it will move again to the 0th state. So now it's a loop, you don't know from where to start. So let us say that state 0 is the reset state, so we will set the 0th state as reset state. So as I said, there are 3 flip-flops required. So let us say the output of the flip-flops are QC, QB and QA. There are 3 flip-flops A, B, C, out of which I am taking the reverse order, QC, QB, QA. So depending upon QC, QB, QA, the number of 8 states, that is 0 to 7, and their binary equivalents and decimal equivalent states are shown in this table. So this is how the serial counter move. Okay, now let us see carefully for the A bit, that is QA, output of flip-flop A. So if we'll observe the column of QA, for each clock pulse the output will change. Then the outputs are nothing but the states. So for each clock pulse, particularly for QA, it will go from 0 to 1 in the first clock pulse, 1 to 0 in the second, again 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 1. So there is a ripple. QA is continuously changing for each clock cycle. Similarly, if you observe for QB, QB is changing, but when? QB is changing only when A goes to 1 to 0. See, A goes to 0 to 1, QB is 0. In the next cycle, second clock cycle, when A goes to 1 to 0, QB also goes from 0 to 1. A goes to 0 to 1, there is no change in B, so B remains the same 1. But when A goes to 1 to 0, there is a falling edge, so it will again change from 1 to 0. QB will change to 1 to 0. Same pattern will be followed when at the 5th state, going from 5th to 6th, A is going from 1 to 0, so B will again go from 0 to 1. And following to B, QC also change when QB will change from 1 to 0. So here QB is going from 0 to 1, so QC will not change, and from going from 3rd state to 4th state, as QB goes from 1 to 0, again QC will change is from 0 to 1 and it will remain as it is. Okay, but if you see carefully, in the last state, after the 7th state, what happens is, again for the next clock cycle, A will go to 0. Since A will go to 0, B will again change with A, so B will become 0, and since B is going from 1 to 0, C will go to 0. So this is nothing but the very initial starting state, state number 0. The count will be repeated. Means what? If I say 0 to 1 is the rising edge, then 1 to 0 is the falling edge. So for each falling edge for A, B is changing. For falling edge for B, C is changing, and A is changing on the falling edge of clock.